welcome back to Anu Image. I am your Oracle Jewel of the Dawn, back with another reading. First things first, let me apologize to everyone, as I've done on all the rest of the reading videos since I've been back. I had to take a little hiatus to tend to some business within my physical and my spiritual world, but it's dealt with, so I'm back. Today we're going to be looking into the situation regarding the Libra. And I haven't let it in. So yeah, we're going to be looking into the situation regarding the Libra. Your cards have already been prayed and meditated over. They've been dealt across the board. I did a quick little, analyzing of the situation here, but I love to do what I consider an authentic reading, which is get the intuitive hits, as I go along. Excuse me. I'm detoxing again right now, so I'll be like really, really thirsty. So, and it requires that you drink a lot of water anyway, but if y'all interested in learning how to detox, I have a video on the channel already with me actually drinking the shake and showing you how to make the shake. It's really helpful for getting all the toxins and impurities out of the body. It's good for weight loss. It's good for people who have irritable bowel and maybe compacted and constipation and things of those nature. So if y'all interested, go check out that video. Okay, but let's get into it. So Libra, I don't know. Of course, this isn't going to resonate for everyone because it's a general reading, but I'm kind of getting the feeling based off the cards and just the energy, while I was meditating and analyzing the cards, like ain't no sunshine when you gone type of energy. And I don't know if it's directly related to love or not, but things have been and may now not be looking too bright, but I think that you're going to start to see light at the end of the tunnel and start to actually make your way to the light and getting out of the darkness of whatever the situation that you're in. So I say these things because at the head of the read we have the Sun card in the reverse, clarifying what's on your mind. So you're actually thinking about the situation that you may be in. Recent, past, and current energies. To the left of the read, we have the Yin Yang card in the reverse. At the base of the read, reality of the situation, we have the Storm Warning card in the reverse. And then for future energies, to the right of the read, we have the Strategy card. Now, I was almost thinking, what's this big turn of events about to happen for the Libra? Because the way the cards speak to me is if all the cards are in the reverse, that means either big changes are on the horizon, or big changes need to be made. So it's like either you've made all of these changes or are about to make all of these changes, like you've consciously decided like, okay, I gotta change this, and this, or you've done it already because of a conscious decision, because you saw your situation, you analyzed it, you made that situation, or the cards, if they were all in the reverse, would tell me that you need to make this decision, and it's very pertinent and important that you make this decision to change. But only 3 of the cards were in the reverse, so I feel like right now you're kind of, like I said, in middle ground. Like either you're about to see the light or you've seen the light and you're about to kick it into gear as to how to get yourself out of this, whether it's a dark place or whatever you're going through. So yeah, let's see what you were going through. The Yin Yang card in the reverse. Imbalance, no reciprocity, just things out of order. Something's out of order. Okay, and it's not specifying exactly what that is, but something may have been out of order, out of whack, out of alignment, out of balance. Just things no cohesion. I'm hearing like a lack of cohesion. Things aren't necessarily going together the way that you would have them to go. Things aren't necessarily falling into place, because if you look at the imagery on this card, the yin and the yang, like things are going together, like the pieces fit. But in this instance, recent, past, and current energy. Things may not be fitting together and going together how you may want them to go. The base of the read, at the reality of the situation, we have the storm warning card in the reverse. So you may have already gone through a storm already. You may have already gone through a storm, or maybe you avoided a storm because it's in the reverse. Or this could be a warning telling you that if this doesn't change, you may be headed towards a storm. Okay, so the next card up at the head of the read, what's on your mind, is the Sun card in the reverse. That's like hopelessness, or just not seeing the bright side of things, not being optimistic. And not necessarily saying that you're optimistic, but the situations that you have at hand may not be looking too good right now when you're thinking about your situation and you're thinking about the things that aren't looking too good, and trying to figure it out, trying to like the future energy card says, trying to strategize. But you may not have gotten to that point yet because the Sun card is still in the reverse. Okay, so from the romantic energies, from the romantic angels deck, the energy we have is the keep an open mind. Your soulmate may differ from your usual type and expectations. And then the honeymoon card, we have enjoy the bliss of holiday time together. So if this is a matter of love, maybe you aren't keeping an open mind because the Sun card is in the reverse, because you don't feel like there's hope for the situation. But if you're already in a relationship together, or a committed arrangement, a marriage, or what have you, then enjoy these times, because that may be where the hope comes back into the situation, because you actually kept an open mind about everything and about the situation. Then from the abundance deck, we have the power of prayer. Give this situation to God for uplifting and healing, and be open to miracles. Heaven's unlimited resources, love, and answers are awaiting your prayers. Be sure to act upon the divine guidance God gives to you in response to your prayers. I'm already seeing a connection here, but I haven't gotten to the clarifying cards yet. So I will say this. With this yin yang card in the reverse, this has already happened, but I feel like this is denoting what hasn't been done in this situation. And that's why when we get to the clarifying cards, it's going to tell, of course it's going to tell why the yin yang is in the reverse. But when you know what hasn't been done to create balance or reciprocity or make things fit together and go together the way that you would like them to, once you know what's going wrong, you can then use this future energy with the strategy card to fix things and figure out what can we do to make things go right. Okay, so then the next card up, we have the words of abundance. You have the ability to instantly manifest abundance by choosing powerfully positive words. Always describe your own and the world's economic situation in loving and optimistic terms, and that is what you attract from yourself and others. Excuse me. Okay, so like with the keep an open mind and the power of prayer and the words of abundance, it's like you have to speak life into yourself. You have to encourage yourself. You have to be positive. You have to be optimistic. And that's what the cards are saying here. Like whether it's a love situation, whether it's a economic situation, or just whatever the situation is in your life that you feel like, you're going through a dark period, or things are imbalanced, or things aren't going right the way you want them to, or maybe you just came out of a storm. You have to start being more positive and being more optimistic and speaking those positive things into existence and praying for it and keeping an open mind so that your faith can be activated, and then you can actually put in the work to manifest those things. Okay, so with that being said, let's look into the clarifying deck. The clarifying cards, and see what's going on. I'm going to start with this future energy. I feel like I want to work backwards with this, okay? So the future energies, the strategy card, we have the Five of Pentacles and the Lovers card. I feel like if you're single, you feeling alone, and you kind of strategizing how, I don't know if you want to get back with someone or if you just want a new relationship altogether, but you kind of strategizing on how to come from a place of loneliness and maybe neglect to actually being in a loving and caring relationship. If you're in a relationship and you guys have broken up, you're trying to figure out how to come out of the cold and get back with your lover. And if you're in like a marriage per se and you guys are just going through a cold spell right now, the strategy is, and I think you guys together are strategizing on how do we get out of this space? How do we get out of this energy? Okay. And I think I think, because it's like two heads are better than one. Like, it's like, I'm seeing in the Five of Pentacles cards here, you have a man and a woman who struggled together. And then in the Lovers card, you have two people which look like they're in a Garden of Eden, talking with God. The strategy is bringing God into the midst, like, it's like going to counseling or something. And you're naked, so you're fully vulnerable, the naked truth, nothing to hide. You can't hide it anywhere because you're completely naked and you're in front of God. So it's like, that's the strategy, to like bring God into the midst and be completely vulnerable and be completely open and honest and not hiding anything. So let's back up to the past and see what was going on here. So in the past, we have the Yin Yang card in the reverse, with the Eight of Cups in the reverse and the Page of Wands in the reverse. So we talked about the past energies and what may not have been going on. And I feel like this Eight of Cups card is in the reverse, but I'm feeling an energy like somebody kept what's that song? Keep on running in and out of my life. That song, like that type of energy. Somebody would leave the situation, but then they would want to come back, because it's like, I got 8 cups here and I'm not getting the energy, even though I don't see anything in the cups on the picture. I'm not getting the energy of nothing was in those cups. I'm getting the energy of something was in those cups, like, and they kept running back and forth, in and out. Then I'm also getting somebody refused to walk away from a situation where somebody was basically giving little to no effort, energy, time, action, whatever to the situation, like not giving enough to the situation but refusing to walk away. So I think whether it be the yin or the yang in the situation, somebody should have walked away from somebody who wasn't giving the effort, but they stayed in the situation where someone else wasn't giving the effort. Or it could have been they themselves, like they knowingly weren't giving the effort or were giving little to no effort to a situation instead of walking away from it, causing an imbalance, causing a lack of reciprocity, just that type of dark negative energy where two people who probably are fit well together aren't fit well together, because it's like somebody's giving, it's like an 80-20, and I'm getting that from this Eight of Cups. Like somebody was giving 80% and the other person was giving 20. So y'all had 100, but it's like one of the parties was giving more to the situation than the other. And giving more to a situation doesn't always mean financially. It could be respect. It could be money. It could be generosity. It could be consideration. It could be time, faithfulness, just anything, whatever you felt was valuable that you would have wanted in those cups. And I also feel like with this Eight of Cups card being in the reverse, it's like also somebody should have walked away from somebody who didn't even meet all of their standards. Like somebody settled for less. Somebody, and whatever, like 8 cups, I'm thinking in multiples of 10, like they had 8 out of 10 of the things that you required, but that 20% that they lacked is not something that they didn't have. It's just something that they weren't giving, and it caused the imbalance, period. with the yin yang card in the reverse. So for the reality of the situation, we have the storm warning card in the reverse. Then we have the 9 of Wands and the Chariot. So storm warning card in the reverse. The storm could have been that the relationship wasn't moving forward, or the situation, whatever, however it resonates, wasn't moving forward, with the Chariot card being in the reverse. Okay, so that's for the people who've already made it through the storm, and now with the 9 of Wands, you have your guard up, you're being defensive, you're protecting yourself. Like you have 8 wands around you, keeping your defense line up, and you have one in hand, like, bitch, try it. Excuse my language, but that's the way that it came out. It's not like, bitch, try it. And that's why the storm warning card is in the reverse, because you've already gone through your storm. Now for others who this is a warning, don't move forward, protect yourself. Or you decided not to move forward already. You've already made that decision because you're protecting yourself to avoid a storm. I'm also hearing protecting yourself is how you don't get trampled over by a chariot. So it's like attacks may be coming in, but you're protecting yourself. So it's like the bus stops here, or the buck stop here, however that saying goes. Like the buck stops here, like you're not going to trample over me because I'm protected. And that's how you avoid going through a storm. And it could very well be an attack against you, because you have to pray your way up out of the situation also. And I feel like prayer and positive affirmations and just, staying optimistic and being positive and bringing that energy and that faith into your life, that's going to give you a hedge of protection. It's kind of related to I guess it is related to it, but I'm just feeling somebody's energy. That's on a whole nother note, like prayer. Prayer is your protection. At the head of the read, what's on your mind, Libra? The Sun card in the reverse. No sunshine, hopelessness, no optimism. Things aren't looking bright, and you're thinking about that. It's being clarified with the Star card and also with the Knight of Wands. When I was looking at the abundance cards, and it was talking about you have the ability to manifest abundance, and be sure to act upon the divine guidance. That's what it is. Be sure to act upon the divine guidance God gives to you in response to your prayers. Like, you're right now in a place where you're thinking like there may be nothing that you can do. And the Star card talks about healing things and wishes and things like wishing upon a star. Like you may be thinking, because the Sun card is in the reverse, that there's nothing that can be done about this situation. But you have to keep an open mind. You have to pray, and you have to be positive, and you have to activate your faith. That's what I'm going to name this reading. Activate your faith. And turning that Knight of Wands up, right side up, is what's going to bring wish fulfillment and healing into a situation that you feel like there's no hope in. For people in a relationship, this is also being doubtful about healing a situation where somebody may have been, like I said, running in and out of your life. With the Knight of Wands energy here, it's present, even though it's in the reverse. Like somebody wants to heal it, but it's like they feel like they can't, there's no hope with this person, because not necessarily stuck in their ways, but just like, I think stuck in your ways and not willing to change are two different things. Like stuck in your ways is just like that is hopeless, like, but not willing to change, that just denotes like a change in mindset, making a conscious decision to stay in that exact place and energy that you're in, versus making a decision to change. And I feel like somebody has to make a decision here to change. But I feel like with prayer, you can prayer changes things. Okay, And I think that's what somebody's been praying for. Like somebody's been praying for this person to stop running in and out of their life. Change their ways. So with this current energy, Chariot in the reverse, is like somebody may be on a break from somebody. Somebody may have just stopped everything, pumped the brakes because they need to protect themselves. And I feel like going back to, you know, keeping it full circle, going back to the future energies, it's like there's going to be two choices. Well, one choice made in two different groups. One choice is going to be to leave a situation completely alone and probably put them out and leave them out in the cold, because the Chariot is in the reverse, the Knight of Wands in the reverse, the Page of Wands is in the reverse. Somebody may be getting left. It's like it's three different groups here, but it's going to be two options. Somebody's either going to leave someone alone, or they're actually going to come together and figure out how to work this out and how to, you know, defeat the odds and beat their obstacles. And I think this decision will come over the holiday season. Like, it's gonna be something in the that happens in the holiday season that's gonna, you know, either make you not hit it or quit it, because it's deeper than sex, but you know, like, move it together or lose it forever, like that type of energy. All right, Libra, so that's what I got for y'all. Y'all know it's just a general reading, and for general readings and doing this every month for every 12 zodiacs, I'm not going all in that deep. I don't mean no harm or no disrespect, but I just don't. I would go in deep for a private. I'm not going in deep. It takes energy to do this work. It's not just looking at the cards. Like, you gotta feel, you gotta vibe, you gotta embody and partake in the energies that flow. So yeah, I'm your Oracle Jewel of the Dawn, signing out, sending love, kisses, and blessings y'all way. Hold your head up and just know, you know, the sun may not be shining today, but it's gonna come back out. If it don't, it's above me. Then I don't have I don't got no answer for that. If the sun don't come out tomorrow, and I'm talking about not in the sense of not shining, but if the sun does not come out tomorrow and there is darkness upon the face of the earth, it's fucking above me. Okay, so don't look to me, because I don't know. All right, better pray about it. Like it said, the power of prayer. Better pray about it. But again, like I said, your Oracle Jewel of the Dawn, signing out. Y'all be blessed. You heard. Peace.